What's up, everybody? You know how we get down over here. We talk about the new methods. We talk about the new scams. We talk about the new bank methods, bank scams. We talk about the dark world, the dark web. We talk about anything and everything that's going on in today's world that's generating a lot of money for a lot of new people and a lot of people that's been in this world. Now, a lot of people over the past 7, 8 years asked me about a lot of different things from credit to methods to this and that, how to make money doing this, how to make money doing that, how to get into cybersecurity, how to become a hacker, how to do all these different things, right? And due to the evolution of the world, due to the evolution of methods, due to the evolution of the dark world, the dark web, so on and so on, every day there's a new method, every day there's a new play to do something or the same thing. Most methods out there have multiple ways how to do it. Like check methods got multiple ways, credit card methods got multiple ways, bank methods have multiple ways of doing things. Every method has multiple ways on doing it. It's just different ways on how to do it, right? So people ask me about these methods, how to do this, how to do that, right? And at the end of the day, these methods are basically normal ways on how people would normally get a loan, a credit card, a line of credit, a credit card, like all these different things, how to cash a check, so on and so on. Then you got people who want to get into the credit card world, how to get credit cards, how to get this information and that information. And then you have people who utilize skimmers and different tools and different objects to be able to get this information. But due to the technology, due to the evolution of the world and what's going on, people no longer are using skimmers. People are no longer having to find people who know about software engineering and soft programmers or Kali Linux programmers or Python programmers. Now, what is a Kali Linux and a Python programmer? These are the people who basically create the methods, create the software, create the sites, create these things to be able to generate funds. And a lot of people don't understand that technology is where the big bucks are. People are in the tech fraud world and they're making millions and millions, if not billions of dollars. Check scams, credit card scams, and all these different scams that regular people, bums want to do. You got to think about it. Why would you want to do something where you're utilizing somebody else's information and be on camera? When you use somebody else's, when you go into a bank to cash a check, you're on camera. When you use a stolen credit card, you're on camera. All these businesses, all these banks have cameras. When somebody is doing a tech method from the computer, they're not on camera. It's harder for the cyber police or the feds to be able to find this person because they're not on camera. They're on a computer. And then you have things like VPNs, SOX proxies, JavaScript, you got cookies, you got all these different things that can be mimicked, can be created to basically throw off somebody's location, throw off some to be able to bypass certain securities, etc., change IP addresses. So that type of stuff right there, a lot of people don't understand. Most people only think about credit card and check fraud methods. They think you can go cash some type of fake check or you didn't brought some type of credit card information and now you finna use it. That's what the regular mind of a regular person is thinking when it comes to scams, frauds, methods, etc., etc. But it's bigger than that. It's come to the point where the scam since the world is since they're trying to make the world easy as possible for people to be able to do the things that they need to succeed and live life, they're also making it easier for the scammers and the fraudsters. The same things that the regular people are using, the scammers and the fraudsters are utilizing the same thing. Now, there's a lot of methods out there that can generate thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a daily basis. But it all starts from that scammer, that person actually knowing what they're doing. A lot of people get these methods and they start reading here about socks and proxies, VPNs, and this and that, and this and that, and they have no clue what's going on. They have no clue what this means. They have no clue what that means. So then they get stuck and then they automatically get mad and frustrated and think something is a scam. Stop tricking yourself. There are places on the dark web that can basically help you. There are places on the dark web that you can put, let's say you bought a method from somebody, you can put that whole method, copy and paste that whole method into a box, and it'll do everything for you. That's how easy these methods, these fraud GPT sites are getting. Now, it's a lot of people out there that want to make $1,000 a day. We all wish we could make $1,000 a day. And there are now sites on the dark web that are strictly structured for people who want to make a for sure whatever, whatever that they're going for, because there's different levels, different things on there, right? So with these new sites being created, being generated due to fraud GPT sites, and like I said, they created GPT sites for the ClearNet. People got the sources to these GPT sites, and then they jailbroke the GPT site. So now they have fraud GPT sites that's basically entering the matrix and getting information, free information from people that they normally would have to go on a website to buy. CCs, CVVs, dumps, fulls, pins, pros, you name it. Strong fraud GPT sites will generate that information for someone who is utilizing that platform or that program. So listen, everything streams and flows through technology. ACH transfers, when you transfer money from your third party, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Apple Pay, Chime, wherever, is all technology. Everything is technology based. When you streaming, when you texting, when you FaceTiming, when you on a everything that we use, everything that we do is technology based. Without technology, there will be none of these streaming platforms. There will be no live streams. There will be none of these things. There will be no Cash App, Venmo, Zelles. No one will be able to send you $500 just like this, $1,000 just like this. It'll be, it won't exist. So what man has did was they created different ways, different programs for this to be possible. And then you got people who have said, okay, understanding technology. If this information right here can be put on this program and be able to withdraw money from this instrument, so people gotta think. Most people are broke. Most businesses have money. So if it's a business credit card, that means more than likely it's going to be a couple of $1,000s on that business credit card. If it's a personal credit card, it's not a guarantee there's going to be a couple of $1,000s on that card. In the business world, it takes money to make money, and people understand that. So now people are starting to focus more and pinpoint more on the business world because there's more money in the business bank accounts. There's more money in the business credit card and debit cards. Vice versa. They stealing random personal information, and most people are broke. So these sites on the dark web, these new sites are starting to focus more on the business world, the business aspect, because there's more money there. And due to these fraud GPT sites and different platforms that they have presented to us, it's allowing people, scammers, to be able to create these platforms, jailbreak them, and create new methods. So there is a site on the dark web, and it's a lot of sites on the dark web. And like I tell you guys, sites on the dark web search not www dot blah blah blah.com. No, they're long encrypted addresses with .in at the end that you cannot promote or post on the ClearNet, which makes it harder for someone to be able to promote the site. So darkscript.bank, darkscript.bank on the dark web basically allows people, scammers or fraudsters or people who find this site, to be able to basically generate at least $1,000 a day. And it's all off the payment. The more you pay, the more you can make. They got different cards. They got different banks on logs. They got so much information on here, so many different aspects on that website that they basically really made it easy for anybody to make $1,000 a day, because you got to think about it. I tell you guys this all the time. Just like it's a new generation all the time, It's new young people coming in. It's a new generation being pushed through the dark web. Due to the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years of people being on the gaming system, scams becoming popular, scam rappers becoming popular. Kids wanting to buy VC and Roblox and Minecraft and server this and 5M that, GTA this and all these different things that come with the game system that cost money. Parents are not going to keep spending money on that. These kids are on these headsets communicating with people from across the world. There are some sick adults out there that's basically grooming these kids on how to get things on the dark web, how to buy things on the dark web, how to steal certain things or parent information without them knowing to go buy this and buy that. Like they're grooming these kids onto that. And by them grooming these kids onto that, these kids are now becoming more crafty, more, how do I want to say it, more crafty when it comes to the sites, when it comes to the information. You gotta understand, these kids been watching this for the past 7 years, 8 years, and learning, and now they're legally able to do certain things, and now they're putting their knowledge to the blackboard. So it's a lot of different sites on the dark web that's generating different funds, generating different things for different people. And darkscript.bank was basically generating, it has so many different banks, so many different things. That you click on the bank, different options, different payments, and you go on from there. And people make thousands and thousands of dollars on a daily basis off these sites on the dark web, off these glitch sites, off these low sites, off these bank AI sites, off these fraud GPT sites. It's just off the knowledge and knowing what's what and what's not. So, like I said, one more time, I'll give y'all the site because a lot of people be, hey, I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said. Darkscript.bank. So, darkscript.bank. You go on the website. They got different banks. You pick on the bank. You might got a bank or you might got a account with a CPA that you want to deal with. And then they also, like I told you guys previously, they got the new generation blank debit cards, so they can actually get a debit card from that bank, load it up for you, send it out for you. Um, it's a lot of different methods that they utilize when it comes to making $1,000 a day, and they make it so easy now because it's kids the ones that's generating these methods, and kids want to make the money as easy as possible. So, darkscript.bank, $1,000 a day. Click. It's just different banks, different. It's all click, 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 click. It's there's nothing hard, nothing too. That's the crazy part. It's just click. You got a U.S. bank. Okay. Do you want to make this? Like this is all an example. It's like, do you want to make this? Do you want to make that? How much do you want to make? The different options. You click that, and it's like, okay, enter this information. It might, if you where do you want the money to go? It might be your, whatever account. Enter the information. Make your Bitcoin payment. Let it process. You get a notification. You just received such and such funds. That's how a lot of these methods is going nowadays on the dark web, especially with these lows, these glitches, these banks, these logs, etc., etc. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't believe. They don't believe in themselves and they think everything's fake. And then you turn around and look at all these people making money. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there in this real crazy world because these things are true, these things are real, the matrix is real. The matrix is a whole universe, a whole dimension that all this information that we use through technology, system databases, servers, and networks, whatever you can think of, it's all in just one big place, this one big bubble. Everybody's information, everybody's card information, anything that's ran through a database or server, any information is in this one world. It's called the Matrix. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware. It's a billion YouTube channels out there, but y'all decided to be here with me. So with that being said, I'll see you at the next lesson, the next method, or the next live video. Peace.